Hi, I'm Bran, and I love classic Hallmark Christmas movies.
Hey, it's Panda, and I like Hallmark Christmas movies.
I'm Dan, and I despise classic Hallmark Christmas movies. And this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Oh, don't mind if I do, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Happy Friday to you.
Someone call it Friday.
More like it.
I would. We are in the middle of what we call Christmas in July, and we're having an absolute
And
blast.
we call it that. Most people don't call it Christmas in July.
Most people do not.
Just us.
Just us. And I am thrilled because we still have two brand new Christmas boys to get through. Very excited about that, including one premiering tomorrow. Which is the one I'm most excited about. I think it's actually Christmas in July movie.
Can I tell you my only Christmas in July memory? Last week, I think you asked Pandas, and then you told one. Never asked mine, so that was hurtful. But can I tell you my only one where I was like, people really celebrate this? I was at the RA camp. Camp McCall.
Randy Altoids?
Not Randy Altoids. Different camp, different time. Randy, are you there?
Ish.
Now, this camp, you would make people just snort lines of Altoids, from what I understand.
Are you wearing a wire?
I am not wearing a wire, but I am talking into a microphone with a wire.
Freckle. No, I would not do that. What? Randy Altoid out.
Thank you, Randy Altoids. RA camps. RA stood for Royal Ambassadors.
Oh.
Which is like the Christian Boy Scouts. And we went to camp, and one year it was like a camp in the woods with cabins. You did a bunch of outdoorsy stuff and swam and whatnot and zip lines. And one year I went the week of like July 25th was in that week. And that evening they made us put like socks on our bunk beds, and they put candy in them and stuff, and they did a whole Christmas in July thing, and I was like, this is weird, but I'll take the free candy. So there you have it. So
even back then you hated it, but
I did. But this movie coming out is doing a similar bit.
Yes.
It looks like. Is this a Jesse Hutch joint?
No, that's the following week. This is the Corbin Blue joint.
Oh, Corbin Blue.
Get your head in the game.
The fourth lead of High School Musical.
No.
Oh, third.
Okay.
I'd move him to 3.
Okay. Sorry.
Definitely third.
You guys acted like he was 1 or 2, though.
Well, no, Lord, no.
Yeah,
That's like our father. That's a Hudgens.
Zach and Hudgens, clear 1 and 2.
But Corbin's...
Corbin, don't count Corbin out.
You can't...
He's not coming out of the blue.
Whoa.
You know what his favorite food is?
Blue cheese.
No, chicken cordon bleu.
Chicken Corbin Blue.
Yeah.
You think he calls it that at his house? If he's got kids, hey kids, tonight is chicken Corbin Blue.
And it's like, what? I can't wait. I love Corbin Bleu. And guys, I'm so bad at names. I don't remember the name of the leading gal, but I know her and I really like her.
I love it.
When I watched a preview at the end of my Grown Up Christmas list, which, by the way, I got so excited watching that preview. I was like, I really like her. So, good. Very excited about it. So, all that to say is we're right in the middle of it. But on Fridays, the next couple of weeks, we're doing some classic Hallmark Christmas movies that we've never seen before, including this week's movie, With Love Christmas, with our girl Amelia Ullerup, which we interviewed. I don't know, what is that, like
19?
19?
Yeah.
3 years ago now?
She was great. Big fan.
So great. Love her. And then a guy who's not really around in the Hallmark world anymore, but he looks like he would be. So
Aaron O'Connell.
Aaron O'Connell.
I think it's Aaron O'Connell.
Yeah. So you guys want to dive in?
Yeah.
With Love Christmas. With Love
Christmas.
With Love
Christmas.
Originally aired on, man, I really thought that was going to give me enough time to Google that. November 22nd, 2017.
2017. Benny, Bo Benny, fee, fi, fo, Fanny, Benny. I'm getting more money out of this year than I really thought. That's not how it works. I don't get money for this year. I paid money.
Benny, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Stock is down. Spirits are high.
What stock have you invested in?
Nokia.
Nokia.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are they still
Are they
around?
still public?
I don't know, but the phones aren't doing great.
So you actually have
I do. I play Snake every day.
Man, what's your highest score?
28,000.
Whoa!
It's easy to do when you're unemployed and your wife kicked you out of the house.
Oh, you're back out?
Back out on the street, baby. On the street, I mean the Hojo down the street.
The Hojo.
Howard Johnson in. Come on, be better.
Is someone say
said
Randy
they-
Altoids?
Randy, are you there?
Yes. Do you want to go snort some Altoids?
I thought you'd never asked. 2017.
2017 out. Wow. And I went a little something like this. Welcome to Ad Agencies.
Welcome to Ad Agencies.
Where things are always popping and
Things are
people
always popping.
and people are always on the up and up.
People on the up and up.
We meet Melanie, who loves Christmas cups, and Donovan, who is a grump and also beats out Melanie for a big client. Her friend says that it's because she's too nice, which is also how she convinced Melanie to go on a blind date. It's time to pull names for the Secret Santa that they do here at the ad agency, and she picks Donovan. She has no idea what to get Donovan, so creates a new email address just to ask him what he wants. He gets the email, and he's like, bah, humbug. I have work to do. Get me a tie. The next day, the boss tells Melanie and Donovan that they're going to have to work together on this campaign. It is the Evergreens phone. We're not going to mess this up. It's a Christmas commercial. It's very important. They need to have the best idea possible. They immediately clash about the magic of Christmas, as you do. We then find out that he also drew her for Secret Santa. Can you imagine that?
What are the odds?
What are the odds?
You know what the odds were?
What's that?
1 in fate.
Oh my God. Thank you, Dan.
One in fate, everybody.
1 in fate.
I've never been more proud of you.
Thank you.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Reminds me of a Backstreet Boys song.
What is-
Chances. What are the chances? Keep on dancing. 1 in a million.
I love that
Like
you know.
once in a life.
I love that you know.
in a life?
One in a life.
Backstreet Boys songs that weren't radio songs.
That kind of was. It was close.
Chances. What do
What do
you mean
it was close?
I think it might have been. I think it might have hit at one point.
I'm looking
It
up
was
Backstreet
out.
Boys
It's out
singles.
their newest album, DNA.
Oh, that's why no one knows it but you.
Faults. That song's a baller.
Ryan Seacrest played it once, and he was like,
You knew.
yes, so they are each other's Secret Santa, but they don't know because it's a secret. They spend the day in a Christmas village hoping that something will spark an idea for the ad, but also she's trying to get him into the Christmas spirit. We find out that he didn't really celebrate Christmas as a kid because his dad was always working. The next day, he sees a mini Christmas tree on his desk, and he suspects that it's from his Secret Santa. And so he says, hey, Melanie, are you my Secret Santa? And she says, no. So there you have it. They work all day, and then she convinces him to come to her sister's for dinner and some Christmas fun. He reluctantly agrees. He has a good time, though, and then his heart starts to soften towards his dad. So he decides, you know what, I'm going to call my old man. Then he starts opening up to his online Secret Santa. His online Secret Santa. Later, he catches another coworker putting a cookie on his desk. So now he thinks that maybe she's the Secret Santa, who he is totally, I guess, falling for over email. He starts to let his guard down and goes ice skating with the company and has a good time. They both start to open up to one another via email, such as hopes and dreams. And she says that she's never been on a sleigh ride. And he says, I'm going to tuck that one away for a rainy day. They finally come up with the perfect pitch for the Evergreen Mobile. I won't get into the nitty gritty, but it pulls all the heartstrings. Am I right, Panda? He starts to really go for it with the girl that he thinks is the Secret Santa. Melanie sees this. She gets sad that he is now into somebody else. His date tells him that she's not the Secret Santa, and he's like, oh, thank God. He figures out that the Secret Santa is Melanie after seeing some clues on her desk. Blues Clues, Blues Clues. There's a picture of her being a ballerina. Blues Clues, Blues Clues. It's the night of the big party, and it's announced in front of everybody for the first time that she got a big promotion. He gets his present. It's time for him to open it up, and it's a tie and 2 basketball tickets for him and his dad. Aw, yeah. She says that she is his Secret Santa, and he promptly deuces out of the party. Thank you, gotta go. She's like, oh, man, I blew it. I got him tickets with his dad. And then she doesn't even get a gift, or so she thinks. Everyone goes outside to see Donovan is in a 1-horse open sleigh.
What?
And he's like, I'm your Secret Santa, and also, I want to kiss you big ones.
Yeah.
They do as the snow falls, and how my friends was. With love, Christmas.
We did it.
That's exactly right.
Chances was the second single released by Backstreet Boys in 2018. It did not chart in the United States.
Huh.
It did reach 55 in Canada, though.
That's because you were in Canada
That's
that
And
time.
I was just playing the top 55 top Canadian.
That's what you do, actually.
So it snuck into the last spot in Canada.
Panda has a pretty long thesis written about how Canadians get it right when it comes to
every
music.
single time.
Chances charted in 3 countries. You want to guess the other 2?
Yeah, England
Yeah. was the easy
and
one.
Australia.
No. Did not chart in Australia. That's how bad that song was.
Okay, it's not bad, but where else?
Germany is the other one.
Yeah, Germany. They're open-minded.
Yeah. Guten Tag, Backstreet Boys.
Hi, who is this?
It's the Backstreet Boys #1 fan
In Germany or in the world?
in the world.
And your name is?
Glag.
Glog.
Glag.
Hi, Glog.
Hello.
Anything else you'd like to set us straight on?
Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen?
Guten
Can
Morgen.
we take a break, please?
Ach.
9?
9.
9.
Yep.
8. 7. 6. 5.
Deck the Hallmark is the That Sounds Fun podcast.
Wrong one.
Oh, man.
I took 2 years of German.
Did you really?
Second year was
And you
advanced.
didn't know that no was 9?
Graduated with honors.
All right.
That Titusville education
Is
coming
next
in
level.
the clutch.
It's actually the only class I ever cheated in.
Oh, you cheated?
Everyone did.
Well,
Wait,
does that make
how'd
it
you
right,
cheat?
Brent?
No, it doesn't make it right. So, Frau Blanner, shout out. Back then, I'm sure she's changed her ways, but the day before the test, she would do a review, and the review was the test in the order that the test was going to be in.
Then it's not cheating.
So I would write it down, and to be fair to myself, I never hit it, nor did anyone else. You would have it on your desk, and she would give you the test, and you'd fill it out, and everybody passed.
Well, yeah, but that's not cheating.
No.
Because she did it. She openly knew what she was doing.
No.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for making us feel
100%
better.
not cheating.
You would have done the same thing?
I'm just telling you right now, I specifically have told kids I've taught, if I leave an answer up in the room somewhere,
Yeah, that's on me.
that is on me, not you.
Yep.
If I leave the test on your desk, I mean, yeah, I guess you probably should raise your hand and be like, you left the test on my desk. But at the end of the day, it's my job as the teacher to be better than that.
All right,
you had a bad teacher. You weren't cheating.
Oh, she was so great, though. She was so
bad.
sweet.
She may have been kind.
Maybe
She's
not a great
good
teacher, but a wonderful person.
Let me ask you
She
this.
was, and Fraudliner, whatever her name was.
Frau Blanner.
Frau Blanner, she was a bad teacher. And I just need to be clear, bad. Not good at her job.
Let me toss this scenario out.
Please do.
Computer class.
Yep.
Ironically, the test was not taken on computer, which I always found ironic.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Well, the professor hands out the test, and it all of a sudden comes to me. It comes to all of us, and it is actually the answer sheet,
The key?
the key itself.
Everyone got the key?
Everyone ends up getting the key, and he realizes he's printed instead of the test the key.
What a doofus.
And so he goes, no, because it was attached. It was attached to everyone's test.
Oh. Oh.
And so we sat there, and he was like, "Oh no, well, we catch it," and he goes, "Oh, bring them back up." Well, obviously, I at this point know, and I scanned because the test was hard. I scanned the answer key and memorized the first 10 to 15 of them in my head.
What was hard
And
about the
then
computer test?
Yeah, I got a bunch of questions.
Mainly because it was one of those things.
This is an icon.
If you click.
Now, back then,
this
computers were
button,
like 2
and
tons.
then-
They were massive. Everybody was worried about HAL in 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Which of these
Like, it was
is what it is? Is it?
Hal has become sentient. Do you kill him or no?
0 or 1. 0 or 1.
Are you feeling QWERTY, flirty, or thriving? It's time for the. It's time for the hot take with Love Christmas 2017. Pana, what do you think about this one, buddy?
Yeah, I liked it a lot, man. It's got a charm to it. It is sweet. They have great chemistry. Amelia and I don't know, Aaron. They have great chemistry. I really like them together. I thought him playing the curmudgeon and him warming up, it was believable enough. It's your pretty run-of-the-mill Christmas movie for Hallmark during this time. But, hey, it worked for me. I liked it. I thought Amelia's adorable in it, super cute, super sweet, just brings so much charm to it. There's loads of Christmas in this. It's not a perfect movie, but it's fun, and it's standard Hallmark. Yeah, I liked it.
I just want everyone to just imagine what it was like to be me in 2017, and
Because you've seen this before.
I've seen it many
a
times.
straight You've Got Mail ripoff.
And imagine this was like movies like this are why I wanted to start this podcast.
Yeah.
I saw this movie and I was like, this is everything that I could ever want.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about this with my buddies. And
now we're here doing it.
And now we're here doing it. And now we're doing
do
it.
come true.
I love this movie. I think it's just an absolute delight. The stakes could not be lower.
Nope.
And isn't that what you want out of Christmas? Just some low stakes fun and falling in love on a horse and carriage ride in the snow? Yes, I loved it. The Christmas is wonderful. This type of plot, trope, whatever you want to call it, always works for me. I think it's wonderful. It's ridiculous. It's zany. And Amelia Ullerup, once again, is a slam dunk. So it can go no wrong.
When we did the episode with Annie Downs, we did the Brandon Elliott movie. What was that called? Where the trees are in the road?
Yep.
And you guys were like, this, I think, especially were like, I miss this, this is old Hallmark. This movie feels more quintessentially old Hallmark than that one did.
Sure.
This one feels like it is quintessential old Hallmark. And I mean that in the absolute worst way possible. Look, they leave no Christmas stone unturned here. There is more Christmas in this movie than needs to be in 10 films. Christmas is just projectile vomiting regularly throughout this movie. But to take the sting out of some of my comments, if you like that kind of thing, this checks literally every box.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about this before while we were watching the movie. Amelia Ullerup does such a good job in these movies. It is like Hallmark crafted her in a lab somewhere. She's incredibly attractive, perfect teeth, bright blonde hair, knows every beat of these, what I'm supposed to look like and do and say to fulfill the role of this formula, and she does it perfectly to a T. It's a mess of a movie. It doesn't make any sense. The stakes couldn't be lower. You get a grand romantic gesture at the end. It is what I imagine a grand slam is for Bran in these movies. And so I don't hold that against anyone. I just would much prefer what we're getting now to this, whereas I think you would prefer what you got back then to what we're getting now.
It's really I don't have an answer to
Unexpected Christmas wouldn't be caught dead with some of the tropes and with some of the stuff in this movie. I mean, I'm not even going to get to my way. There's a board meeting where they're pitching and they have Christmas cookies out as the food. They literally don't ever stop with the Christmas. They never stop,
Nor
never
should
stopping.
Nor should you.
But it is, for better or worse, it is exactly what you would have come to expect. And 2017 was a great year. I mean, Bramble House Christmas was that year. Mm-hmm. And I believe Was that Snow Bride's year as well? I could be wrong on that.
Snow Bride, I think, is
earlier.
14.
2014. You said it and you regret it, and I'm here. You bet it.
I never regret
Eating
saying your year.
ribs with Reapy.
I'm currently
So
working.
bad.
I'm currently working on an article for
Chris
Vox
is a
World.
vamp.
Oh, it's 2013.
Okay,
I'm out of here.
thank you. I'm currently working on an article for Vox World,
Yeah.
where I talk about that tension for me because Unexpected Christmas is clearly a better movie, and I would pick an Unexpected Christmas to watch every day for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But I think that's not the norm currently when it comes to new Hallmark. When it like the way in which I feel with the Christmas feels, like Unexpected Christmas does that. It's also great. It's also Hines and Bethany Joy Lenz. Like that is a perfect storm of new Hallmark for me,
Yes.
right? But like this type of movie is so like. It is just like
Cozy.
It's cozy. It's a snack.
It's a snack.
It's a snack. And like, I just want you to like, just imagine being me and using my Sling free trial at the time.
Yeah.
And like this movie's coming to an end and I'm like, I could go to sleep or I could watch another one. I could see what the
Yeah.
first 20 minutes is like of this one. Like it was perfect for me in the moment in 17.
I mean, obviously, I get what you're saying, and it doesn't do anything for me. But there are only two movies we've watched that I want to watch again to see if they're as good as I remember them being. And one is Unexpected Christmas. And I'm not saying these are necessarily the two best, but one is Unexpected Christmas and two is Crashing Through the Snow. I think both of those movies I remember very, very
We
fondly.
should have watched Crashing Through the Snow before ranking last year,
Yeah.
to be fair.
Because I just remember it being just like me not having hardly any issues with this. And I don't know if it was just the time and place when I watched it. And same with Unexpected Christmas. I mean, everybody's clicking on all cylinders. Everyone is at the height of their powers there. And it just feels like a movie that's like almost like the first time you saw The Avengers, but Hallmark. It's like you have... Yeah, I'm serious. It's
I
like
can't believe you used that.
You've got for Hallmark. Like you've got Tyler Hines in a comedy. You've got Bethany Joy Lenz. You've got Paul Campbell writing. It is a movie that seems to be destined for greatness. And I don't know if we gave it a pass because of that or not. I need to watch it again to find out.
Yeah,
I loved it.
To be clear, there's nothing. There's something very special about Unexpected Christmas. There's nothing special about this movie
At all.
and that's why it works.
Yeah.
There's nothing special about it.
It knows what it is.
It knows what it is. Let's talk about feels. Panda?
Yeah, actually, the biggest feel I have, there's a few. I really like the grand romantic gesture at the end. It works for me. I'm a sucker for that. But the one thing that I actually want to give props to Hallmark for this movie, and it's the only time I've seen this happen, is the marketing pitch for the product at the end is a legitimately good commercial idea, and it's a good pitch. Like with the little graphics they use and everything, I thought it was solid. They put way more effort into this pitch.
Yeah.
Hallmark did than they've done other fake pitches, and
It did
worked.
feel like one of those commercials that goes viral around Christmas
Yes.
that you always see, like, hey, you got to watch this. It did feel like it had that.
It was really hard for me there. I just couldn't get over the fact that it was like December 15th and they were pitching for a commercial for Christmas.
It's my wait what? But listen, still genius,
Genius, he says.
At one moment, Amelia Ullerup says something that I have no desire to get a tattoo, but if I did, I might get this phrase tattooed on my body.
Wow.
Christmas spirit is sensory.
That would be the weirdest tattoo of all time.
Yes, girl. Yes, it is. Christmas spirit.
Can we grab that clip, please?
Christmas spirit with like Lizzo playing in the background.
Yes. Yes, girl. Yes, it is. Now you say it.
Christmas spirit.
No, not that. Just the yes, girl stuff.
Yes, girl. Yes, it is.
Nailed it.
Yes, girl. Yes, girl.
Christmas spirit is sensory.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yes, girl.
Yes, girl.
Yes, girl.
It is.
Dan?
Yeah, not really. I mean, I guess the sleigh at the end worked, although it's just kind of like there and it happens and you know it's going to happen. But no, I just felt like I was watching a movie I'd seen 1,000 times and it was one of these things where it's like, we haven't really done this, the bit that we were doing. We hadn't done it in so long that I was like, oh, yeah, I remember these. No, thank you.
Yes, thank you. I'll
thank
have seconds.
Yeah.
Christmas spirit is sensory. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back here on Deck the Hallmark. In a minute, I'm going to need a Christmas spirit.
Nice. No, it's good. It's good. It's why to come back
I'll
from
get
the break
there.
there.
I'll
Strong.
get there.
Strong.
It's Lizzo, but Christmas is what I'm kind of playing around with there. Let's get to the way Wes. Let's start with you, Panda. Panda, what are you waiting? What are you wanting?
First of all, as Dan alluded to, they are just now planning their Christmas marketing campaign.
Yeah.
And it's November already. Like, that ship sailed, guys. This is a common issue for Hallmark, but it never ceases to sit there and it's jarring for me.
But sometimes it's like, it's Thanksgiving. You have 2 weeks to come up with a big pitch. This is mid-December.
It starts in November.
But the pitch...
But it pushes through until
mid-December.
Yeah, it's that ship it's sailed, gang. It's over.
And they make the commercial in one day. I don't know if you saw that. The commercial aired the next day after the storyboards.
Yeah, it's bad.
That's real bad.
Yeah, that's not great. These two crazy lovers are perfect for each other. And you want to know why?
Why are the lovers
Because they
perfect?
read their emails out loud as they're typing them.
Sometimes.
Not all the time. 1 and 2, that's straight from You've Got Mail. Because, in You've Got Mail, sometimes it's the voiceover with Hanks and Meg Ryan, and other times they say it, and they mix it back and forth.
Well, I tell you what, they're doing a great job. They're perfect for each other. He is unaware that you can schedule emails for later because he feels like he is on the track.
That's right.
For solving it.
Yeah.
Then he gets an email.
Whoa.
And he looks and he goes, but wait a minute. She's standing right next to me.
I thought that she had her friend send it. I didn't know she scheduled the email. I'm
just saying, no. She did have her friend schedule it. She did. But I'm just saying, for him, the only logical possible explanation is it's not her.
Yeah.
Which is, like, you can schedule emails for later. You could have had that go out anytime.
Well, I guess if it was a secret Santa, I would be thrown off the trail too.
You think so?
I would be.
Yeah.
If I'm walking with someone and then I get an email from them, I would 100% be thrown off the scent.
I don't know.
I would. I wouldn't be like,
I question everything come Secret
yeah,
Santa.
you are. Secret
That's
Santa,
fair.
you're not messing around.
I don't know how ethical the boss is here. At multiple points, he promises him at one point, you've got this all to yourself. You've got the raise. And then by the time it's done, he doesn't have it. It's kind of a mess. Like, the boss is just kind of shady.
Oh, wow.
I'm just going to say it. And yeah, I guess I'll end it there.
I was speaking of Rick Fitch, the boss. At one
Rick
point,
Fitch.
he does say something.
Milo
and
Shandell, friend of the show.
Exactly right.
Yes.
Shout out to Milo. At one point, he says something, and she finishes the sentence as if it's something that he says all the time. And the thing that he says all the time is a mouthful. We're an ad agency. It's your job to figure out what makes people tick. And she's like finishing that full sentence as if that's a thing he says all the time. Like, it's not just a little, bless you.
Bless you, sir.
It's not just something like a short little tidbit. It is a full sentence that he says all the time. At some point, somebody says, "Are those stars?" Probably.
No. They say he breaks out the earrings.
Oh.
That are clearly
Yeah. That's it.
not stars.
That's it.
They're clearly snowflakes.
Clearly snowflakes. That's
and
right.
He's like, "Are those stars?" Like a dummy dumb.
That's right. He doesn't know anything about Christmas. That's right. So they're working together at the coffee shop. She looks at her watch and she says, "It's 7 p.m. already. I got to get to dinner at my sister's house. Do you want to come?" And he says, "Absolutely, no problem." They show up, get out of the car, and it is bright as can be.
Yes.
After 7 p.m. in
December.
December
Yeah.
in America. You did mention that at times he does read the emails out loud. That is a thing. It is also a choice to do that when reading an email about your mom passing away.
That's right.
In a very, like, at a coffee shop.
In a coffee shop.
My mom passed away. many years when I was a child.
To be fair, and You've Got Mail, they're both in their bedrooms.
Yeah.
He's in a coffee
He's
shop.
in a coffee shop.
Going like, yeah, me too.
We see a snowman that's very fuzzy. Whatever. Last but not least, I love this more than anything, that the basketball tickets that she
Classic.
gets for Donovan at the top just says the word star, and then it says game night on it. The Star Game Night tickets.
So hard to get your hands on Star Game Night tickets.
Star
I love the
Game Night.
It's like for some reason the word Celtics was copyrighted, because he was like, my dad and I used to always go to the Boston sports teams, especially basketball. Can't say the Celtics though.
Or just make up a team.
The Star Game
like
Nights.
Star Game Night. You know the one. Just go there. You'll see the stars
Yeah.
playing their game night.
Wow.
Dan?
The thing that drove me nuts in this movie is I hate wearing a tie. I think you boys are with me there.
Yeah, I hate it.
But what I know about wearing a tie is the tie isn't the problem. It's the top button being tight under the tie that really is the problem.
Yep.
And so it's a great time when you're wearing a tie, when you can loosen that bad boy up and unbutton it. This guy, throughout this movie, makes the weirdest choice alive, which is button unbuttoned, tie pulled all the way up. He does it all movie long. And the only thing I can figure is that wardrobe didn't have a dress shirt big enough for him. Because it is a weird move to me to unbutton that button and then yank that tie up to choke yourself anyway. If the button's unbuttoned, loosen that thing up a little bit. But all movie, he's just chilling, tie up, button unbuttoned. Drove me nuts, the whole movie. This is the one rarity of this movie that isn't like every other is that our protagonist is a liar. She out and out lies to him. Now, Brandon and I had a conversation about how Secret Santa, all bets are off. I don't agree that all bets are off with that, but I see why they did it. Regardless,
Secret.
it is very weird and different for a Hallmark movie to have a protagonist that lies in any form or fashion. That never happens. What's wild is she's very worried about this lie later in the movie, and her friend says the worst case scenario is that he's a little miffed. It isn't the worst case scenario. I guess since you've been lying to him the whole movie, how can he trust you about any of your other feelings toward him?
But Secret Santa, I think most
I
people
get
would be
it,
okay with
but
that.
that's not the worst case scenario. That's not the worst case scenario.
Yeah,
it's a likely case that he doesn't care.
Right.
But she says the worst case scenario is he's a little miffed. She shouldn't be lying to begin with, in my opinion. Once she has feelings for him, she needs to be honest with him if he asks her a question, in my opinion. Once she's falling for him, if he's like, hey, are you my Secret Santa? She needs to just say yes, in my opinion.
Well, first of all,
and ruin the integrity of the game?
That's exactly right. First of all. Second of all, we don't know where she was at when it comes to feelings yet. They hadn't even gone to the market yet.
She lies multiple times in it.
But the big lie
Speaking of that market.
that she had someone send an email to double down on.
Yeah, that was later on. Yes.
No, that was early on.
That was, no. That was when he was catching on. That was at least 30 or 40 minutes
No,
in
no,
the
no.
movie. At least 30 or 40 minutes in.
Right, which is early. In an hour and 20-minute movie.
Well, when she pulls Secret Santa out of a hat in like the second scene, it's not too early.
All I'm saying is I don't think she had feelings yet, and also what I'm saying is you don't.
Let's
It's the
backtrack.
integrity
Let's
of the
go back
game.
and watch it again. I love that idea.
It's the integrity of the game.
It's the integrity of the game.
Secret. It's in the word.
Speaking
name.
of
Secret.
going to the market, it is clearly springtime outside at this market, and the poor folks making this movie just didn't have a chance at hiding it. Like in the background, they're trying to put up these backdrops at every like window, and you see these like bright green trees and sunshine, and you can tell people are sweating. And I hated it for everyone involved.
They're like shooting down birds in the
I
background.
am all for Christmas decorations. I just don't understand how Emilia Ullerup's character has as many decorations as she has. They do a montage of her getting these out and then decorating her house. And when she has decorated every inch of her house, there are still 2 giant boxes filled with ball ornaments. 2 trees have already been fully decorated. And she has left over more ornaments than I have in my house right now. I just can't imagine how she did that, how she has that many left over, and why props didn't pull some of those out of there. Didn't make any sense to me at all. And then lastly, their date that's supposed to be very romantic, I do want to point out, takes place just after lunchtime. It's a midweek dinner date reservation, and that's really, really weird. That's all I've got. Yeah.
So if you pull Panda for Secret Santa.
Different.
And he asks
different.
So you would never.
Panda and I's relationship is established.
So your only problem is the fact that she maybe had feelings for him.
Trust in a newly born relationship is important.
Okay, I fall, I break my leg. The only way for my leg to be repaired is if you tell me the truth. Do you tell me the truth?
Yes.
I look at you, I go with my broken leg.
Yes.
Are you my Secret Santa?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm with Brand on this one. You keep the integrity of the game.
And make sure
Okay, fine. Someone that's not Panda. So let's go. You're at a new job.
Yeah.
And you pull someone, Secret Santa, and it happens to be the person that you are desk mates with. You're just your first day on the job though, and they say, "Let me guess, you're my Secret Santa."
I probably don't answer the question.
Oh my gosh, it's Secret Santa.
I would never.
The job is to keep it a secret.
Brandon, I would never look at someone and just say, "No, I'm not."
Oh my God.
Unless if it's us doing it, and we're in a pool of other people, and I get one of you two, all bets are off. We have a long-established friendship, long rapport. We've established trust. If it is somebody new, I would never look them in the eye and say no if it's not true.
It's Secret Santa.
I understand that, Brand.
Can you keep a secret?
Yes.
Doesn't sound like it. It
Yes,
doesn't
I can.
sound like.
Dan's
I'm not
a
gonna
big
tell a
bean.
lie.
Okay, so
bean
your
spiller.
desk mate
You're
tells.
a bean spiller, Dan.
I'm a bean spiller.
So your desk mate says, "Hey, can you keep a secret?
yeah.
My lava bank just opened up." And then your boss
My
lava bank, your bank just opened up. It's a bank.
What does that mean?
No. Keep going with it. I see where you're going.
So Mikey
like it.
Mikey went to a volcano. Got a big old pitcher of lava.
Yep.
Put it into a
safekeeping.
lockbox, a bank, if you will.
Yeah.
That is now opened up.
You could get chunks of Magnum.
He doesn't want anyone to know.
Magma?
Yeah, Magnum.
Chunks of Magnum. What are you getting out of this volcano lava bank?
Okay, I misspoke.
Chunks of Magnum. That's a different podcast, buddy.
Yeah.
Not here.
This lava
that's
bank.
on
So
me.
Mikey doesn't want anyone to know that.
Yeah, of course not.
Because if the word gets out, but unfortunately, it does seem so. Your boss comes up and he says, "Guys, is it getting hot? Did someone's lava bank open up?"
Here's what I would be like. Someone's lava bank? That's exactly what I would say. I would repeat his words back to him.
And then he says
And
to
hope
you,
to throw him off
and
the
he
set.
and he says to you, "Yes, do you know whose lava bank opened up?" Your buddy said, "Can you keep a secret?"
This guy says, "Yeah." Then I would, if he asked me, "Do you know whose lava bank just opened up?" I would say, "Absolutely, I do, but I'm sworn to secrecy." Deuces, I'm out. See ya.
What if he would say the entire health of our company hinges upon you telling me right now?
I would say I'm sworn to secrecy. I'm sorry. Wow. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm also gonna keep a secret.
So then
How do you not understand this?
Then the way that you can do this without being a total Scrooge is say, if someone says, "Are you my Secret Santa?" You say,
I'm
do know.
sworn to secrecy
You say,
by
"I know
Santa
who your
himself."
Secret Santa is, and
that
I'm sworn
would
to
be a great
secrecy."
answer. I would say, "Hey, look, I'm sworn to
I'll
secrecy."
allow it.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Grant that.
We're gonna
You
take a
see,
quick-
this is why it's
This
important.
is why we
you're
talk
working
about
that
through the manual.
This is why you always talk about the lava bank because it really puts things into perspective. We're gonna take a
Gosh.
quick break. We'll be right back here in Tech
Huge chunks of PI.
No, we're not taking a break. It's time for What the Hallmark. It's time for What the Hallmark, Beta.
Sorry, that threw me off. I thought I had more time. I was waiting for a commercial break.
Are these two kids gonna make it? Are they gonna make it?
I want to go back to.
I have one.
Did
I
I
do have
make
one.
it? Is it too early to go back to Mikey's lava bank or?
Mikey's Lava Bank. Can we double dip into that winner?
Let's say your desk mate just opened a lava bank. Okay.
I vibe with it. Okay, his dad.
Let me try to put this into terms that you understand. Lava bank.
That's
Panda?
fair.
Yeah.
Okay, he runs up to his dad, and his dad's on the phone, answers the phone, and he says, "We'll track him down. He has a deposition tomorrow."
Yeah. Serious stuff.
That's serious. Listen, most people are not on the lam right before a deposition, like that.
Yeah.
I'm aware of. This is some big things, but he just casually hangs up the phone like it's any other Thursday. I want to know more about who's on the lam. I want to know all
I think
about
they
it.
just threw out a lawyer word and didn't realize how serious
That's
it was.
some guy's running.
You can remind him he's got a, what's your lawyer word, Hank?
Deposition.
Deposition tomorrow.
Well, go find him. I mean, that's a big deal. I want to know if they found the guy. I want to know what's happening.
I do want to know about the Evergreen phone. We do get a great ad. Is this a Christmas phone? Is it a Christmas themed phone? The name feels Christmassy. They have a big Christmas commercial.
They do say that it's been selling year round.
Okay, so it does sell all year round.
Yeah.
What is it? Does it run Android? I would assume, or is it
it's
its
not
own?
an
Is it?
Apple.
What if it uses its own Evergreen?
Its own OS.
Wow. Bold.
Evergreen OS.
I love it.
I would get if there was an Evergreen phone that was Christmassy all year and it had.
You would not care what the OS was. You would
No,
get it. Yeah.
yes.
What if every single time you clicked any app, it just went ho ho ho,
And you couldn't turn it down.
you couldn't turn it off?
Even in meetings or funerals. We're gathered here today.
Ho ho ho!
I just wouldn't go to funerals.
Wow.
Easy.
Leave
Easy
your phone
fix.
at home. That would be easier.
I don't like funerals to begin with. They're kind of a downer. Dan?
Yeah, mine's not like super great, but I know in Hallmark world it's easy to get a one-horse open sleigh at short notice.
Yes.
What I don't know is what connections you have to get one and be able to drive that mother. Because this guy gets a hold of one that he personally is responsible for and is in command of.
You know what I bet
and
happened?
to have that at short notice is very impressive.
You know what I bet happened?
What happened?
His dad's a big time lawyer. He said, Dad, do you know anybody?
And Dad knew somebody
absolutely
that was, needed
Dad,
to be at a deposition.
absolutely
Yeah.
Dad knew somebody. That's exactly right. We did, everybody. Congratulations. We're going to be back next week with a whole lot more Christmas and July fun. Until then, may we be the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
That Sounds Fun podcast is produced by Tracy Noah's name. It's recorded live in, that Greenville, South Carolina. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com.